I think it fitting that we come to communion on a day when we've talked about the meaninglessness of empty ritual. Because it's tempting for us sometimes to just go through the motions of communion at the end of the service, to rush through so that we can get on with our day, to rush through so that we can get to the donuts or the coffee. But if we do that, we're completely missing the point. We're really no better than the Pharisees. So what's the point of communion? The point of communion is for us to come back to the cross, for us to remember what it is that Jesus did for us, to remember that we're not saved because we're good enough. As a matter of fact, we are nowhere even close to being good enough. What we deserve is condemnation. February, we always like to remind us that communion is kind of like God's Valentine. Remember how much I love you, that I was willing to sacrifice my son, that you might be forgiven. So as we come and do communion this morning, my challenge to you is to not merely go through the motions, but to sit quietly before the Lord. Reflect on the difference that the gospel makes, the change that the cross is really evident in our lives, and reflect and honor and worship him. On the night in which Jesus was betrayed, he took bread and broke it and said, "This is my body broken for you." And then he told them to do that in remembrance of him. They had no idea what the heck he was talking about, but they went along with it. In a sense, you might say that they just kind of went along with the ritual. The next time that they did it was after the crucifixion, and it made sense. Oh, this is his body which was broken for us. We need to remember that. That's the point of what Jesus is telling us. That's the point of communion. So take and eat. Be very grateful for what he has done for you. The difference of Jesus' sacrifice didn't simply end with his death. It continued with his resurrection and the fact that he now sits at the right hand of God. Jesus has changed our relationship with God forever. And that's what the cup meant. This cup is the new covenant established through the shedding of my blood. I've changed the relationship. We can go directly before the Lord of all creation. We can seek him directly for forgiveness. We can ask him directly for our needs. All of that is because of Jesus. So as you take the cup, remember what it is that he has done for you. Jesus' death, burial, and resurrection changes everything. So let's drink in remembrance of him.